Okay, I think we are live. We are good. Let me get a sip of water. That was more than a sip. That was a big old gulp. Let's get this going. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness. What's good, YouTube? You guys remember to click like when you get in here. Always remember to do that before you ask your questions. Come on now. Should I wear a belt when I do overhead press? That's what Chelsea asked. Well, why wouldn't you? Do you want to have higher neural drive? That's the question you should always ask when wearing a belt. Two questions. Number one, will the belt get in the way of my lift? Okay, that's question number one. Number two, do I want higher neural drive and neural efficiency on the lift? Those are the two questions that should determine if you want to wear a belt. Now, if you're doing specifically beltless training as supplemental work, I get it. Hey, coach, how's it going? Thoughts on using a lower rep range for laterals like 8 to 10? I actually did 8s yesterday on my laterals. I think 8 is about the limit. That's about the limit, man. I would not go under that because it's a single joint exercise. Sorry, my face is itching. Hope you are okay with that. Scratching my face on camera. All right. Hey, Jason, question about your most recent video. Keep in mind, that's like a month old, so I don't know what's in it. Would someone do speed work if they do heavy rep work instead of maxes for conjugate? I don't know. I guess it would depend on if you're trying to rotate the max effort. Because what we're doing with the speed work is also a break from the high neural drive stuff of the max work. So not necessarily. What's up? I don't know. The temperature, that's what's up, brother. Do we need mid-trap specialization? Do we get enough from doing? I think you get enough from doing a lot of rows. Are belts less effective for higher reps than for lower reps due to how long you can maintain your brace? Possibly. Hey, Jason, how's the heat treating you? Poorly, man. This heat is redonkulous, dude. It is fucking redonkulous. Why are your videos a month old? Because I build up a library. Like right now, I just checked. I have 62 informative videos that I've not uploaded. I also have a current events I did this morning I'm going to upload after this vlog. We're going to discuss Greg Doucette. Should I breathe through my nose or my mouth when I brace? I don't care, man. Breathe however you need to breathe. I got to question how heavy you're lifting if you can even think about things like that. Jason, how often should I deload in linear periodization? I don't think you should do linear periodization. What's up, Jason? I'm on the gym right now on the treadmill. You're knocking out that cardio. Yes, I know that was a fake Darko yesterday. I banded him yesterday. He is gone. He's gone. Gone with the wind. Good afternoon, Brother Blaha. What's going on? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Fitting to go hang out soon with one of my good bros, actually. We're going to do some guitar stuff, like one of my lifelong homies. Hey, Jason, glad to be back. Welcome back, man. It's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. My rolling that body, man, in there wishing, spitting on coke and rum. It's the freaking weekend. Baby, I'm about to have me some fun. That's what he said. That is what he just said in my live stream. Why are there so many people trying to put it? Darko, take it as you know, impersonation is the highest form of flattery, brother. They must dig your style in these live streams. That's what it is. You know, whatever you're typing, probably being typed with swag. Let's see, is that a fake one? Let's check it out because the new one down there just said that's a fake. That is totally a fake Darko. All right, Mr. Fake Darko, goodbye. Is there a higher chance to tear a muscle if you work out when sore? Probably not, because soreness is not always about the muscle itself. Hey, Jason, what made you start the current events again? I thought, why not? Why not just grow the channel? I need to get that channel up 200,000 followers. That's what I need to do. We might as well. Get him, coach. Well, I'm not going to gossip, Brian. I'm not going to gossip. Some people literally linked me a thing and said, hey, can you give your take? I'm not going to gossip. I'm going to talk directly to them like men. That's what I'm going to do in the video. Just call it like it is. Not going to be gossip. It's not going to be anything other than just a direct discussion. So, Coach, busy day. What are the best competition lifts in total you have done? I don't know. Man. You can look that up yourself. Should I switch to sumo deadlift at conventional plateaus? Maybe. Tips to pick up girls in the grocery store. Walk over and ask them about their shopping, man. Look in their basket. Be like, what's up? I see that you like broccoli. You eat healthy, girl? What's up? What's Kino body on? No. Why do you guys, that's actually, I believe that it should be illegal and you should go to prison for referring to TRT as anything other than a replacement dose. I think it should be life in prison for anyone who ever calls anything over a replacement dose prescribed by a doctor TRT. So you should be in prison right now. That's what I think. We need to make that a worldwide law because it hurts men's health. You're killing people by perpetuating that. You're an evil person if you do that. That's my opinion. Life in prison. All right, Jason, I've added 10 pounds to my bench last month. How long can I expect that to continue? I don't know. Why don't you see how long you can continue? Do you stream for 45 minutes each live? Just approximately. Darko, don't worry about it. People accuse me of being Jason when I defend him in other channels, which is weird, Radesh, because I actually don't post on other channels at all. I'm going to say that in the course of my lifetime, I have maybe posted on someone else's channel around 5 times in my entire life. Maybe less. If you really wanted to grow the channel, do this, unban all the unbanned users. No. Yeah, no. Oh, hell no. No, we don't need that free-for-all. Okay. Well, I don't need to give thoughts on that. We know that any product claiming to increase your test levels is a scam, period. Right? Is strenuous exercise like at the gym and on the treadmill best completed within 7 hours of sleep? I don't think that matters. Does 1,000 milligrams a week count as a TRT dose? No. Xander, I have personally been picked up by a girl at the gym. Does that count? Coach, do you think the overpress can develop the upper chest? Honestly, not really. Well, Louie, why are you repeating nonsense like that? That's clearly not true. Have you been accused of using burner accounts on social media before? Not to my knowledge. Can we get a bicep shot? No. Yeah, Radcoat. No, I've already got one in the works. Got one in the works. Now, most of my viewership doesn't. The majority of the viewership are legitimate fans. Jason, by the way, just a heads up, I will switch the name to just Darko and become channel members. You know, I'm the real one. If they want to impersonate me, they have to pay. I like this strategy. Jason, do you think it's hilarious that people think a 500-pound overhead press is obtainable drug-free? 500 overhead press obtainable drug-free. Really, because I know a lot of guys who blasted a ton of gear working on their overhead press who never even got to a 400, who legitimately tried. So I guess we're just saying drugs don't actually work. So if that's the case, and we shouldn't care who's natural or not, if drugs don't actually work or they don't matter, then I guess it doesn't matter who's drug-free or not, does it? Mm-hmm. No chance, because it's not that many banned. They're banned, but it's not like that. In fact, if you guys just want to talk about nothing but banned trolls, I'm just going to get rid of y'all too. That's going, you know what? That's the thing. Y'all are going off topic. I'm about to just go down the road just removing you. Do you prefer Olympic weightlifting or strongman? If I had to pick, I'm going to go with strongman. Honestly, I think Olympic lifting is probably dead, and it's boring. It's even more boring than powerlifting can be for the non-powerlifter. Seriously, and I love powerlifting. I think it is a phenomenal sport. I love what it represents. But let's be honest. Nobody's going to watch powerlifting who doesn't powerlift, or unless they have a loved one that they're cheering for, specifically at that competition. Let's just be honest. Olympic lifting, probably even more so. And it's so boring because it's done under the Olympic rules. It's like watching a golf tournament. You're going to have a clap and a round of applause for the world record there. It's like watching an IPF meet. Well, Brian, how about we stick to real training topics and real training questions that are helpful to people? How's that? How about we stick to topics that can actually help people learn and get better? That's what I think would be a fantastic idea. Hey, Coach, any tips on how to increase hip mobility? Probably pause squats. How do you identify and fix adductor weakness? Let's make sure this is the real. Hold on, I'm going to check it darker. Let's see if this is the real you. Because they're getting crazy. Right now, it looks like Darko. All right, you're good. You're good, Darko. Any sort of deep squat with a wide stance, a light press with a wide stance, all that stuff will fix adductors. Belt squats with a wide stance. Main thing, do more wide stance work. It will bring up weak adductors. Watching strongman is actually more. Yeah, strongman is legitimately entertaining. I don't compete in strongman, but I have watched the world's strongest man, and I've watched some strongman stuff even on social media, and it's at least fun to watch, right? Someone's over here. Some bodybuilder said the bench is terrible for the chest. Well, that person has failed basic anatomy. Coach, how many different health adversity have you had to overcome in your life? I don't know. What do we define as a health adversity? Right? What do we define as a health adversity? My ear problems have been really the main one, but I've had problems with that my whole life. Very well documented since my early childhood. Strongman is the most entertaining to watch, or at least for me, least realistic one to compete in. Yeah, strongman does have a high injury risk. Chris, I just feel like you're a troll. I'm just going to remove you on general principle. All right. See how easy that is? How many bicep sets weekly should I do? I don't know. 6 sets. There you go. Tips to cure premature ejaculation. I have no idea. I don't even know what it's like to have that problem. Must be nice. Coach, need your opinion. I got a 225-pound bench for sets of 10, but my buddy put his fingers on the bar on the last reps. I would count it as 6 reps. I saw Emma hit 140 pounds. No, it's not a PR. I believe she's hit 145 before. Hey, Jason, what's up? The temperature, man, that is what is up, brother. The temperature is up. What is the thing in the background that says frame? That is a guitar stand and chair. Turn about that white Strat is on. It's one of my guitar stands. Coach, do you advise forearm work, wrist flexion extension? No, not necessarily. If you do enough pulling, your forearm should be pretty thick and beefy if you do enough pulling without straps. But if you need some of that, maybe. I like, for a first edition, if you're going to add anything, maybe hammer curls, right? I don't think you need a lot of wrist flexion if you're doing a lot of heavy pulling. That really covers that quite effectively. These questions just died down. Did I get disconnected? Is my internet dead? Did we lose the stream? What happened here? Nobody's posting. Nobody's posting. I might have got disconnected. It does happen. You know, it might have been what happened. I'm going to wait a minute to see if we get any other questions because they were flowing. They were flowing and then it just stopped. Tab over, see if my internet's still holding strong. Did I lose internet? No, I've got internet. There they go. Now they're all scrolling in. So it's 6 sets of hammer curls per week, 2 much. Yeah, that's too much, dude. That's too much. Now all these questions are coming back in. Hey, coach, do you think G4P is still popular in bodybuilding? By the very nature of bodybuilding, it's always going to be part of that world. Prostitution will always be part of the bodybuilding scene. It's not just G, it's the women, doing it too. Right? Are you going to make an ice cream fitness 3.0? I don't know. Maybe. All right. Well, these are easy enough to find. Well, that one's a little newer. Let's check this out. Oh, yeah. We just clear these people out. We just clear them out, guys. All right, let's get back over to this stuff. Brian, how long have you been coaching? I've been coaching. I don't know the exact time I've been coaching. I've been training for 5 years. I'm considering becoming a trainer. Is that long enough? Yeah, you could probably train general population people. All right. Oh, look at Darko over there. That's true, Darko. They're going to have to. That's it, man. You just got a membership. They're going to have to impersonate you now. They're going to have to pay up. So Steve Shaw's fake natty now. Well, is it any surprise? Is it any surprise? If a client is stronger than the coach, does the coach become redundant? No. I've coached people to being stronger than me and still got them to other PRs. So if I got them past where I am, right, and then still hit more PRs, was it redundant? And that's the thing I would ask you too. If a coach doesn't have any clients better than them? Are they a good athlete or are they a good coach? You kind of see the question there. Coach, new to your channel. I think for a lot of people, visualize that. That's a little more nuanced depending on how much E2 control you personally experience from the added anabolic. That's a little tricky. Does it ban people? Benny, if I ban them, they can't post on my videos or anything. That's it. They're gone. They can't even comment under a video. Coach, is drinking coffee daily a healthy habit? Enjoyable, but yeah, coffee has pros and cons, and the pros seem to outweigh the cons in terms of the total health. Lars, no, you don't feed trolls. That's it. In fact, talking about them like you guys keep doing makes it worse. We should probably just start banning people for discussing trolls. That would probably help. Stop acknowledging their existence. Okay. If everyone just ignored them, they would go away. They get a response from people. All right. I am slowly cutting weight and almost gain reps in big compounds. You mean multi-joints. Do you think it means I'm putting on small increments of muscle? If not, then what? I'm approximately 15% body fat. You might be gaining a little bit. You might be seeing some recomposition. What's your opinion on pre-workouts? I think that they're a dangerous scam. Brian, you don't know how to go look up what you need to qualify for Worlds? You need to go look up the requirements for your weight and age class. It's not that complicated. I don't know what you personally need. You might only need a 900 total for your class. You might need a 1500 total. Would you ever live in a high-rise apartment? No. Visualize. So you're going to so you told me you qualify for TRT through your doctors, but you're afraid due to society's dogma. So you are going to let your health and quality of life diminish because of social stigma? Well, then I guess you get what's coming to you. You've chosen social stigma over your own health and well-being. I personally think you're a fucking dumbass, but that's just my opinion. Sorry, that was a little harsh. I'm going to take that back. Bad, coach, bad. I think that is a very unwise idea, and I think you should put your own health and well-being over social stigma. Right. I apologize for being mean to you. That was uncalled for. Should someone who's 5'10" ever bulk close to 300 pounds? Are you asking from a health perspective or are you asking about from a competitive perspective? It's not healthy, but in some strength sports, might it make you be a winner? No, I'm not opposed to Xerxes squats. I think that they're a specific tool in the toolbox that for many people are probably of little value. If a person goes on gear, doesn't mean they can and should train with more volume, not necessarily. Right? That's a very nuanced question. How much coffee do you drink a day? I usually drink 1 pot of coffee in the morning. Someone with a check mark in chat. There you go. Got a check mark. Oh, I forgot to turn my notifications off from clients. They're popping up on my phone. Let me flip that phone over. I'll have to check them clients when I get done. Someone with a check mark. There they go. Blah, blah, blah. Do you think football has a positive or negative effect on obesity in America? It gets kids into the gym, but most are probably banged up. I don't know that it has any impact one way or another at all on it. Have you fully recovered from the issue? Yes, Chance, obviously. I stepped on the platform again late last year. What is naturally and realistically achievable fat-free mass index for a guy with average genetics? Maybe 24. That's a lot of work. Coach, can anyone build thick legs, or does genetics limit the growth? I find it difficult to put leg mass on despite the strength increase similar to John Jones. I mean, it can be a factor, right? It can absolutely be a factor, but you can still grow legs irrespective of genetics. You have to put some more tension on there, some more metabolic fatigue, get that food up. Is weed a good intra workout? I don't know. I have no idea. Are thirst traps good for business? Thirst traps are great for business. Thoughts on Dorian Yates? I think there's some problem with Dorian Yates's training. Look how many tears he had. So you guys want to keep going back, and then y'all want to act like you're not trolls. Let's see. Thoughts on the obesity issue in America, how to resolve it. I think that resolving the obesity problem in America is going to require someone with more wisdom and knowledge than I personally possess. How do you like that answer? I think that I don't fully have the answer to that problem. But if I did, if I had a way to fix that problem that would work and we could implement it, I would let you guys know about it for sure. Coach, as I've gotten older, I have to worry about who will inherit my kingdom. I don't know, man. You're going to have to sort that out. Benny, I've already answered that. Once they're banned, that's it. Oh, I know who No One's Safe is. Who is No One's Safe? I don't know who this guy is. I need to investigate. Hold on. Let's investigate who this person is. Who is this person? I don't know who they are. They got a channel. People being arrested. What are they being arrested for? They got all sorts of videos. Someone hired a professional blunt roller off Craigslist. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand what your channel is about. How do you know if you need TRT and get the test level tested just feeling like crap? Well, you go get it tested. I don't know what the question is. You can go to Google and search for signs of clinically low testosterone. And if you have those symptoms, you go to your doctor and say, doctor, I have signs of clinically low testosterone. Could you test my testosterone levels? And your doctor will look at you and go, hell yeah, bro, I got you, man. I got you. Right? That's how it works. Thoughts on Kenobody stating that training squats and deadlifts can limit the amount of muscle you build in your upper body. Or it could just be, visualize, it could be that he knows that he markets to really lazy people. Okay? He knows this. We know this. You know this. So if he tells them, hey, man, if you don't do this other hard work, your upper body will grow even faster. That shit will make you a millionaire. Okay? If you tell people if they're fucking lazy, that they'll get even better results, and you swear this to them if they buy your product, if you're just a lazy piece of shit, you'll get even better results. Dude, you'll be a millionaire. That is like marketing 101, dude. That is the way to still lie and put out bad information to be a millionaire, right? Just tell people they can be lazy pieces of shit and get amazing results. Dude, you will stack fucking paper. Like, it doesn't matter what the area is, in any area. You can convince people they can be lazy as fuck and get amazing results and sell it. You're going to have that Lamborghini and all those models by the pool too. Because people like being told you can be fucking lazy, just a lazy, useless piece of shit and get amazing results. Dude, that's like people's dream right there, to like half the population, right? Hey, coach, do you reckon Scooby 1961 is drug-free? No. Hasn't he more or less discussed that in certain interviews back in the past? Do you like cable laterals for side delt growth? Do you prefer dumbbells? I think they're both good. Give us the top 3 experts on training. I don't watch enough YouTube to name 3 experts who I like. I don't know that I could come up with that many. Louis Simmons. There you go. He's dead now, though. What is your thoughts on the way Arnold trained? I don't care how Arnold trained. Current RDA for vitamin E is 15 milligrams in the US. Do we actually need that much? There doesn't seem to be a true common consensus among countries for this. I don't know. That's a good question. You know, Brian, I'm not even going to say anything. My doctors won't check testosterone levels in the woke West. Well, go to a different doctor. Your shoulders look like bowling balls. They're not quite that big, dude. They're not bowling ball size. There may be softball size, right? I mean, let's not exaggerate. Being prone to exaggeration caused me a lot of problems in the past. I need to be careful. I need to be careful. This person asking my thoughts on gay marriage. Why are they asking that? I'm going to ban them, but then I'm going to answer the question. All right, he's gone. I think that if gay people want to get married, that's their business. It's not my business. You know what? Citizens all have the same rights. I mean, what more do you want me to say? Okay. All right. Coach, how popular would you say site enhancement is with oil in modern bodybuilding? Like what percentage of, like 100%? It's the norm? Like everybody? As in, like, you mean at the Olympia level? Like people who made it to the Mr. Olympia, is there anyone up there not using site enhancement? No, all of them, 100%, including the physique guys. Including, what's his name? Chris Bumstead or whatever. He's got tons of site enhancement. It's very clearly obvious. You and Alpha Destiny are the few people who give good training advice for drug-free guys. I don't know what he teaches these days. I don't actually know. Coach, can someone build a thick back without barbell rows doing weighted chins, pull-ups, and various? Yeah, you could. You could. I think barbell rows are great, but they're not a requirement. Have you tried contact lenses? Yeah, I can't do them, man. They're popping out. What? My shoulders are popping? I don't know that they're popping really. What are the top tips for maintaining cardiovascular health for people who carry a lot of muscle mass? Clean, healthy fats, high antioxidant status in your diet. Do you have any hidden talents the fans aren't aware of? My cunnilingus skills. All right. Like painting or art. No, guitar is my only artistic ability. Would you make a current events on Jeff Nipper's latest video? Xander, link it to me and tell me on the Facebook page and tell me why I need to cover it. That's what I'm requesting of people who want current events. Go to the Facebook, link under every video. Link me what you want me to cover and tell me why. All right. It'd be very helpful. When I watch Athlean X, he used to talk about needing to lift to failure to spark growth. I think This set my training back years. Keep reps in reserve is something you don't hear enough on YouTube. Yeah, you should probably have a rep in reserve. Are farmer's walks a great trap builder? No, I think rows are a better trap builder. And I like farmer's walks. I think they're great conditioning. Tips on change for the first timer on conjugate, all about how to stack the chains. You got to learn how to loop the chains. That's really the key. Learn to use lead chains correctly. When it comes to bracing my core, doing rep work with squats and rows, do I reset my brace after each rep or maintain the brace? Do not let your hips roll forward on your squats. You maintain that hip position while rebreathing. Coach, how long have you been a big pro wrestling fan? I'm not really a big pro. I liked it as a kid, but the people's eyebrow I can do naturally. And since I can do it without thinking about it, like I'm not looking at the screen, I'm looking at you guys and I can just do it. It's something I do accidentally sometimes anyways. So I just run with it because I do know The Rock used to do it. I don't use Facebook. I'm not a boomer either, motherfucker. You guys forget that Gen X is a whole thing, man. Any benefits doing belt lifts? That's a nuanced topic. I do occasionally engage in some beltless training. I was told by more than a couple of times by a few women that my traps are intimidating. Not sure if it's a good thing or not. That's a good thing, Colin. It's a good thing. Women like a strong, assertive man. Been doing upper lower for years now. I want to change solely for being bored. Why don't you just change the lifts or what you're doing? You want to change from upper lower. Hey, coach, if you were offered a hair transplant review, would you accept it? No, because I would still have to shave it because of my psoriasis. So even if I had a full head of hair instead of this thinning one, I would have to shave the shit. You're making more work for me. Hey, coach, is it okay if I just do incline bench instead of flat bench? And I can't like ban people with a straight face anymore. It's kind of snicker. It's so much fun. I love doing it. Hey, coach, is it okay if I just do incline bench instead of flat bench? Since it's no, man, you need to flat bench, dude. You need to build your whole chesticles top to bottom. Are you a fan of Lex Luger? Yeah, he's cool. Do you find African Americans respond? No, not really. Not on average. Coach, why do Athlean X fans always critique others' physiques when he claims to be an athlete channel? Well, I don't know, man. You tell me. Are you still in a heat wave? Obviously. And it's not going to let up for a while, probably another month. Is direct neck work necessary for a thicker neck, or will bedless and rows build it? It's not necessary, but it's helpful. Yeah, Facebook users are mostly 30 plus kids, use mostly TikTok. Yeah, but 30 plus isn't boomers. But that's my target audience anyways. I mean, honestly, really my ideal clients are over 30. Like who can afford coaching and is going to stick it out long term? You really think 20-year-olds make the best clients? Do women tend to have stronger lower bodies relative to their upper bodies compared to men? Yes, slightly. Can you keep your transplanted hair the same size as your beard length? No, that's not going to work, Colin. If I even this is a ton of work. Just having this beard length with my psoriasis requires work. Okay. If I let my head get to this, even the parts that do still grow, I'm using my skin. I will have bleeding lesions, and it's painful. Okay. So that's the problem I run into. Like I can't let it go to this. I can't let it go to like a number one clipper. I have to actually shave it. Jason, how many sets of track work per week? I don't know. Go count my rows and my deadlifts. I guess about 12. Because it's all rows and deadlifts, right? If on conjugate in a pretty heavy cycle, almost 2 grams, can incline dips and skull crushers be done week after week on DE day? Not necessarily. You're still going to run into tendon overuse. What's your drug stack? Is your stack conducive to tendon health, or is it degenerative to tendon health? Hooked up with my ex last Sunday, couldn't say no to that thing, dude. We've been there, man. We've been there. Not really. I've never banged any of my exes. I mean, how do we define as an ex? Like a former friends with benefit, or someone long-term relationship that you broke up with? There's a difference between the two. Is there any use for chest flies since every single bodybuilder uses them? No, I don't really think so. We might try to work things out. I don't know about that, man. If she's an XX, why is she an X? Would you abolish drug testing in pro sports? Yes. I don't think drugs should be banned in sports at all. I don't think there should be any drug testing. Jason, I'm into doing gymnastic splits. Do you think it impacts strength training to spend too much energy on extreme flexibility? No such use of skill, but it's fun. Do you enjoy it? Then don't worry about it. Are you trying to compete in powerlifting? Do you feel that it's impacting your competitiveness? Then maybe cut it out. But if you enjoy doing it, and maybe it's costing you a small amount of strength, but it brings you like it, it's fun, it's fitness that you enjoy doing, keep doing it, man. It's fine. Coach, what does your diet consist of these days? As of the last few days, or are you talking about last week? See, those are two different things. 500 pound squat is very impressive feat, but so is the ability to squats. I wish I could do both. Would be, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that someone who can squat 500 pounds and do a full split can do both. That would be pretty badass. I mean, just in terms of having a diverse physical skill set, that actually would be legit, right? That's pretty legit. I'm just saying that as a coach, Coach, do you have bigger arms than Arnold? Actually, now that I think about it, he's old as fuck now. I don't know what is his arms measured right now. That's a good question. Best accessories to fix fishing pole deadlift. Put the bar in the right spot. I don't know, man. Quit pulling with the bar 17 inches in front of your shins. That's number one. Maybe rows, because you need to learn to tuck your lats a little bit better. Would you ever prescribe RDLs and good mornings together, or do you only? I have, but it's rare. If there was no drugs testing, would you expect to see more deaths from abusing like bodybuilding? Nope. I don't think you would. Because then people can go for the same amount of androgen receptor effect with less health negatives, rather than picking what can pass the drug test. They can actually say, hey, I can pick between this more healthy or this less healthy way to activate the androgen receptor, instead of, hey, which way will pass all the current testing, even if it kills me. Right? They have options now. I think it would improve health. Visualize, I don't know. I don't think it should be considered unethical for men to get testosterone at all. I think testosterone should be treated like alcohol. I think anyone over the age of 21 with an ID should be able to walk into the store and buy it. Your stack guy says 700 test, 1050 primo. I just got excited. 7 units of growth hormone. I've had issues with recovery on DE upper. That is actually a pretty decent stack for your tendon health. You might be okay with those skull crushers on that if you've been on the growth for a little while. I like 500 primo. 500 primo is actually pretty kind of a sweet spot. 1,000 though, man, that's nice. What's your arm measurement? I actually don't know. What made you switch from steaming chicken to throwing it in the oven? Convenience. Convenience. All right. It's about time to wind this down. We're at 45 minutes. We're at 45 minutes. Ooh. All right, guys. No, Kratos, that actually sounds like, I mean, it's a lot. That's a very, very heavy stack, but I can see it being really balanced. You should get really, really clean, crazy, crazy good gains on that with good tendon health too. I mean, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot, but yeah, those ratios work really well. All right, but about time to wind this down. I hope it's been informative. I love all of you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time.